Trump said you don't like our country, get the out. He said they come from hell. Go back to where you came from. This is what Trump said. If you don't like America, leave. You gotta stand for that. Yeah, be hard on immigration. Be hard on all that shit. Coming over here for Americans making us look bad like we the enemy. No, you coming with us. We Americans. We live here. We born here. If you don't like our country, man, I feel like Trump feel. Get out. If you want to come over here and start complaining and whining about what's going on in America, how we treating people now, we treat Americans good. We love America. We didn't ask for this here. Y'all came, invaded our land, our country, all that there. That's how I feel. If you don't like it, man, don't follow me, man. Because I'm going to tell the truth, man. That's just how I feel. Trump said, I said too. Go Trump. Man, I love all that. Make America great again. He is not wrong. He should have blew the boat up and blew that 2 more times behind it. I ain't saying kill nobody, but keep America safe. Too many drugs killing these kids out here, man. These grown up too dumb doing them crazy ass drugs. Make America great again. Am I wrong?
Is he wrong? Is he wrong? He's definitely not wrong, in my opinion. He's not wrong. Hit that like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel.
If you want to come to this country, but you can't pledge allegiance to this country, go back to the one you came from, stay there. Nobody wants you here. We need people who are willing to sacrifice their lives for this country, not people who are coming just because it's better. You know what I'm saying? Don't be sucking up the benefits of the United States if you're not willing to do the sacrifices, you know? And if you live in this country, you were born here, and you don't like it, you know what I'm saying? You can leave. Get out. Let somebody else who wants to be here, be here.
Since when did we have to bow down to certain communities? Look, I'm Asian. I'm Vietnamese, okay? When we have our own communities, too, and our communities thriving. You know, we have businesses. We've been here only, what, less than 50 years since after the 1975. Our communities are thriving throughout the United States. If you look at our numbers, there's only about 2 million of us here in the United States. And out of that 2 million people that we have, majority of us have businesses, scientists, engineers, doctors, bright mind people that given back to this country more than we've taken. And we have never asked anybody to bow down or speak our language, okay? Since when the mayor of the little land pirate Somalian in Minnesota have to speak their language and apologizing for those being crook-ass pirates? Since when we have to do that? This is just been crook, and he's a Jewish dude. What a shame, you know? What a shame.
Everybody is got the smoke for those up in Minneapolis. The mayor, the governor, everybody's got smoke for him. And to be honest with you, I'm not upset. I'm not upset about it because people are frustrated. They're frustrated with people like this next individual that I'm about to play. These are some of the most arrogant, disrespectful, non-thankful people, non-appreciative people in the country. They come over here and they rob and they steal, and then they got the nerve to talk trash. You can't make this stuff up, man. Hit the like button.
My biggest fear in life is that this man may never witness our full takeover. Yes, he may never witness that. He already witnessed our partial takeover, our little success in America. And he is the reason, actually, I know that the community in America is thriving. He is how I know. It's like, he's how we measure our progress. If he doesn't tweet, somebody messed up. I know. If he tweet, I know. I know. We're doing the right things. Yes, that's how I know. So, he's old and sick, I know. He may not witness our full takeover, but I promise you that his sons will witness. Just like him, we came to exist in this country. See? The land of free men. The land of opportunities. And we're here. Yes. And we're not leaving, actually. We're not going back. What do you mean go back? You should go back first. You see? If you came first, you go first. See? Just like you. Tell me how you own this land. Explain to the world how this land became your land. Tell the world.
These are some arrogant individuals, man. Seriously. We got to get these people about the country. You know, if you don't have any respect for the nation, respect for the commander in chief, respect for the people that have been here, that built this nation, you just got here. You know what I'm saying? And you guys are living off of the work of Americans that have been in this country for some time. And you got the nerve to come over here and act like this and talk like this. These people have no shame. They got to go. We got to do everything that we can to get these people up out of here. Here goes another example.
Policies, how can the politics in Somalia can be, resonate what we have here in the United States, the democracy that we have. How can you help us, be a better country and build back what we used to have back in long time ago? So hopefully we will be able to help our country, our former country, Somalia.
No, she said it right. Help their country. And yeah, how about we help them get up out of here? These people get in office and their focus is helping Somalia and Somali people. It's not actually, oh, I'm in office and I'm here to represent the constituents here in whatever district that I'm in. No, I'm here to make sure that things go well over in Somalia. This is crazy. And these are the people that liberals have elected. Now, there is a lady who is an immigrant, but she calls them out. And I'm glad to see that this is happening. This is someone from their community calling them out. Listen to this.
I just thought I should talk about a few things that I'm seeing in a couple of days in our state of Minnesota. As we know, a lot going on in Minnesota, and thank God things are unveiling. So many corruption for so many years have been overlooked. I guarantee you is not well-run state, okay? It's been corrupted. Minnesota has been a home for me for a very, very long time, and I don't recognize it anymore. Some neighborhood, you can't even go anymore. The homelessness, crime, drug, it just, our beautiful state have been turned upside down by these liberals. I heard the other day Ilhan Omar say that don't blame the entire community for a few criminals. I totally agree with that. But in the same time, is the Democrat, liberal, socialists are always blaming entire community for someone else's fault. Example, when a mass shooting happened, entire American population that owns a weapon are to blame. You see, you can't just choose and pick what you wanted to say when it's convenient to you. The other thing she says, the white men are to be feared in America. Well, maybe she have a bad experience with one or two white men. Don't blame the entire white men in America. You see, this is the very reason people who have a common sense leaving, exiting the Democratic Party. The socialist communists destroying our country. Speaking of destroying our country, I heard Laura Ingraham today speaking to ICE agent director, and at the end she mentioned that I don't know why Minnesotans are voting for these liberals year after year. Mr. Trump, Mr. Michael Lundin, his business turned upside down just because he spoke about election irregularity. Election integrity in our state and in our country is a very important thing. People's voice had to be heard. I don't think it's my belief, and allegedly, I don't think people are voted in have been placed in. Allegedly, I believe people have been placed in. So we need to bring back election integrity into our country. Mr. Trump, I'm pleading with you. While you're looking into this corruption, don't pass the election issue that cost Mr. Michael Lundin literally his business and his livelihood. This issue needs to be addressed. While you have the opportunity, while you have your foot in this game, please, Mr. President, look into that.
I agree with her. There's definitely need to be some investigation into the way that our elections are ran in this country. Maybe we need to have more poll watchers and things of that nature, but they got to get that down pat. And honestly, I think, not a feel, I think that the Supreme Court, and maybe this is something that has to come from the House through the Senate, but we have to have a nationwide blanket regulation on how elections are supposed to be ran. Meaning, voter ID has to be a mandatory, so forth and so on. We can't have, in some states, voter ID is a thing, and, you have to go through the proper process to become eligible to vote. And then in other states, it's just a free for all. You can just do whatever, and whoever can just show up. That can't be. It has to be, a blanket regulation across the country for federal elections. What the states do with their personal elections, I think, although I do think that voter ID should be a mandatory for those, but at least on the federal side, federal elections, national elections, it should be mandatory. If you want to participate, at minimum in ID saying who you are and just making sure that people are actually citizens that are voting. That shouldn't be, a negative, or it shouldn't be a controversial thing to say. I'm with this lady, and everybody knows that the Democratic Socialists of America, the Democrat Party, who is actually turning into the Socialist Party, which is the real Nazis, the real fascists in this country, they need to be, called to the carpet, and they need to be exposed for who they are and what they've done to our nation. This lady here is an immigrant, but I think she gets it. She's one of the few out there that do get it.
But genuinely though, this whole illegal immigrant conversation is very interesting, because I cannot believe that I live amongst people who actually think people shouldn't have to go through the proper processing in order to become a citizen, to have the right to live here. It doesn't matter how fast or how slow the system is or the process is. Why can't y'all follow rules? It's a rule. Do you know what I mean? What are we, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why it's such a big deal. I don't understand why you guys are acting like this is a foreign concept. You can't go to any other country and do this. Do you know what I mean? You can't. So I don't understand how, genuinely, why is it a problem? Because it's breaking up families. Well, then you shouldn't have came here to begin with. And then the same people who have a problem with this are the same people that hate this country and think this is the worst country ever. Why would you want people to live in a country that you hate? You guys make absolutely no sense. And it genuinely, it's really scary to witness this mental illness. On one hand, you guys hate the country, you think it's so bad, you think it's terrible, you think it's the worst country ever, it's so racist, it's so this, it's so that, they take away opportunities, it's so unequal, all these women, we're all oppressed, black people are oppressed, POC's oppressed, everyone's oppressed, everyone's so oppressed, but then, oh yeah, we want everyone to come in here, and everyone deserves to be in here. Why does everyone deserve to be in a country that sucks? Huh? That doesn't make sense. You guys need to really think about what you say. It doesn't make sense, right? Spell it out for me. Please explain why you think it's okay for people to be here illegally, for one. And for two, why are you in support of people being in a country that you think is the worst country on earth?
That's because it's a lie. It's because that they believe that this is the best country on the planet and the best country to ever exist, but they want to fundamentally change it across the board. Demographics, how we move, our laws, our constitutions. They want to fundamentally change the nation. We got to do everything that we can to keep it from happening. Don't listen to these people when they come out here and say that this place is terrible and it sucks, this, that, and the third. Because if it was so bad, like the young lady said, these people wouldn't be, fighting tooth and nail, risking legs and limbs, to make it over here. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. Join us Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ARP in the morning. And as always, keep God first, stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
Vibes so raw, can't hide the truth. Words so sharp,